And welcome back, everybody. This is Thorn with the Game Design Lexicon. We are playing Project Space Station for the Commodore 64. I hope everybody's having a wonderful Friday today. Let's get back to it. We're about to place our this item on our space station. We are in a scramble to get more power up here because apparently our station needs more power for the research project. It didn't really tell us, but you know, there we go. There we go. We also need a guy up in the space station who wasn't up there for the project because we can't take away people from the projects to do little EVAs. So let's go ahead and return the pod to storage. Exit from EVA. So now we should be able to go to the station. Now you notice we now only have 2 people on our Challenger crew. We now have Frucci, who's a flight engineer, who's going to be sitting on the station. And he's going to be sitting there to make sure that he can do all of the wonderful things that we need done that isn't research. Hey, X-Man, you just woke up? Holy fucking shit, it's 3 o'clock in the afternoon. Welcome to the stream, by the way. I hope your Friday goes well. It actually fucking has to be going well if you just woke up. So, yeah, I was actually talking about that earlier. There's, normally the Commodore 64 has a frame around it, right? Because in the Commodore 64, the way that it arranged the screen graphics was that you have a frame and then you have an active area in the middle, and you really can't do anything with the frame other than change the colors of it. And I made an aesthetic choice when I started streaming Commodore 64 games to always include the frame in the graphics, in my actual display here on stream. So that's one of the reasons why there's such a large blank area around this. I went ahead and left it there, because I didn't really want to not have it for the Commodore 64. It's just part of the aesthetics of the machine, right? And this game in particular, they don't really use the background to any special effect. In fact, they make it the same color as the background of the game itself. And I agree with you entirely, man. I'm an Ultima guy at the heart of it. The Ultima games were the first RPGs I really got into. And admittedly, Ultima 2 for the Commodore 64, which was the Sierra Online release, didn't have the traditional Commodore the traditional Ultima black background graphics. It had a different stylization than the rest of the Ultima games. But from then on, Ultima 3, Ultima 4, Ultima 5, Ultima 6. Saw your Reddit post about Wii capture cards and was wondering if it supports a Wii U by chance. Dude, if you saw a post of mine that had anything to do with the Wii, you're talking years ago. You're talking something I posted fucking years ago. Okay, so we still got power to go. I still have one more. So Wii U has HDMI output. I don't really know what you're talking about. Wii capture card. So pretty much almost all capture cards capture HDMI in. So I don't understand your question. The fact that you're asking me about a community and a console that I haven't had anything to do with for over 3 years now, at least, is kind of strange that you followed that. But I will still answer your question. The Wii has component or composite out, which needs to be converted into an HDMI signal. Let me pause my game here because shit's going. But Wii U actually supports, I think it has HDMI out, right? Does it support up to 1080p really, X-Band? I thought it was only 780p. Or 780? 760? Shit, I don't know. 700, yeah. But yeah, that's one of the good reasons why having a Wii U is just slightly better than having a Wii. Want to stream my Wii U online via Twitch or YouTube, and sorry for the out-of-nowhere reply on old post. 720p exactly. So your hope is to do 720p at 60 FPS. Essentially, all you need is an HDMI out, and you'll run that HDMI out into pretty much every fucking capture card that's ever been made. I don't think they make too many capture cards that don't support HDMI pass-through. The one that I use, which is a Razer Ripsaw, and that's what I used to use to capture my old regular Wii. I don't really dig Elgato, not my thing. I think that they're more of like a what's a good way of putting it, like a premium fashion brand. You're paying a lot for a name, right? I would definitely go and look for reviews, but I mean, there are people who use Elgatos that work just fine. So I mean, it's not like my opinion is. I use a Razer Ripsaw, which is essentially just an Avermedia, which both are perfectly fine. Look at reviews, man. Do your research. I haven't used a lot of different capture cards. The only one that I've used recently is that Ripsaw. Yeah, one of the reasons why I got that Ripsaw is because it was on sale. So I got it on sale, and it's worked unbelievably well. I had one small problem with it, and it's because I didn't use the high-speed cable that came with it, and so it was my fucking fault. But yeah, no, it's been an excellent capture card. You want to make sure that you can do a capture card with zero latency. You want a zero latency capture card, so it's going to need to be high-speed 3.0 or some other interface. Of course, PCI, or internal capture cards, probably even better if you don't want to do USB. But if you do high-speed USB 3.0, you should be fine. You should be able to get a pretty good capture with minimal latency. What the hell is this bugging me about? Deploy satellite to gynosynchronous orbit. So let's exit planning. Let's go to EVA here. Bring out a new pod. We need a gynosynchronous orbit satellite. $20 HDMI capture card I bought on it. I did that too at one point, X-Band. I bought a really cheapy one, and while it worked great for certain things, first off, the latency for it was really horrible. It had really bad latency. And I wouldn't trust those things for extended amounts of time. And it was one of those really cheapy ones you find on Amazon. I think mine cost like $20-$35 or something. And I mean, yeah, you might be able to get away with that, but I really wouldn't suggest it. I mean, if you plan on actually doing it professionally, I wouldn't go with one of those cheapies. Because the first problem you're going to have is latency. Those cheapy ones are going to have really bad latency. Okay. But I ended up giving away that capture card to somebody who I guess is still using it to this date. I still have my my Razer Ripsaw one. But yeah, I mean, if you're going to do it, I guess it's not necessarily professionally, but if you're going to do it on Twitch, I'd suggest something that gets good reviews, that is reliable, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. Okay, what do we got here? Satellite deployment income added. Nice. Let's see, station. Oh yeah, we need to launch that other shuttle. So let's exit, go to plan. Yeah, man, I haven't been part of WeHacks for over almost 3 years now, man. Just kind of left that community. It was toxic as fuck. Not to mention bad memories and people that I don't really want to be associated with that are still into that community, so... Okay, so we got our thing here, power module. Okay, let's step this one up, huh? Also, did we got auto pack back on? Yeah, we do, okay. Probably should re-get those satellites we just launched. I'll worry about that later, though. Ready for another launch. Great info. I can thank you enough for the recommendation on the capture card. Having trouble figuring out what I needed. So basically, yeah, the big thing is you want an HDMI in, out, you know, and you want to make sure it has minimal latency. Figured out, someone out there already done research or suggestion of the Razer Ripsaw. Yeah, Razer Ripsaw or the Avermedia, they're both the same card. The only difference is the branding on the Razer. If you can get the Razer used, it's great. And if you can't, then, $75 million in funds needed. So, shit. My launch just got canceled because I didn't have enough money in my fucking budget. Shit. Which means I can probably pull some stuff out of... I can probably pull shit out of planning, right? No reason to have that shit in planning. That means I'm also running out of money, which is not good. This fucking research that I'm doing better pay off. Let's see. Make sure to check your gameplay on Twitch more often. My gameplay, I don't center my gameplay around Wii stuff, by the way, anymore. I haven't done Wii stuff, like I said, in years. I do a lot of retro stuff, but I no longer have access to a Wii. Which when I was streaming a Wii, I was streaming it from my original Wii that I had, the one that I bought in like 2006. Because I pretty much started the Reddit modding scene for the Wii back in 2009, I think, is when I started the Wii Hacks Reddit, which is where you'd want to go if you want to do anything with your Wii and get information on it. I don't know how well the community is going because I haven't been there for a while. But that would be definitely where you'd want to go. Game developer, nice. Nice. That's actually what I wanted to do when I went to school. I got my computer science degree to develop games and never really got around to it. And yeah, that's one of the reasons why I play a lot of these old school games. I play these old school games because I like to analyze the elements of computer games from back then, because they were pretty much... these old computer games have elements in all the games that we play, right? This one right here, it's 1985. This game was made in 1985, and it still incorporates like a top menuing system that a lot of games from that era just didn't have, which we now kind of take for granted. Oh shit, the wind just... God damn it! By the way, a game where the budget is a factor, top tier spit. Yeah, so this game right here was made by a company called HESWare, which was a pretty big deal early in the Commodore 64 development cycle. HESWare has two people that you'd probably be very familiar with. One is Ron. Both of them went to work for LucasArts when LucasArts was formed. One of them was Ron Gilbert of the Monkey Island series fame. The other one was the guy who programmed this, a guy by the name of Lawrence, shit, why can't I remember his name? Lawrence Holland, another guy that went to work for LucasArts, and he went to work for LucasArts, and he got famous for a series called the X-Wing series, which is still pretty much lauded as being one of the best flight simulators of its time. One of the best space flight simulators of its time. So the fact that Lawrence created this particular game is not that surprising. This game right here, again, I don't think in 1985 you did not have games like this. Just period. It's a really awesome game. Awesome game for its time. And oh my god, the fucking skies are overcast yet again. Also, AV4442552, not an easy one to pronounce. Welcome to the stream. I hope your Friday's going well. Thank you for stopping by, even if it is to ask a question. I certainly don't mind. And anything to get me talking, right? So yeah, no, I kind of leaned hard into the retro games. I used to play a few modern games on the stream, which I don't really anymore. So pretty much all the games that I play are either from the Commodore 64 era, which I play on Friday, from the more modern PC era, the late MS-DOS era, PCXT MS-DOS era, which I play on Wednesdays. And then Retro Console, which is any type of console from the from the original Nintendo NES, right? I'll even do older 8-bit stuff like Atari 2600, etc., etc. And that'll be all the way up into the PS2, Wii, Xbox era. And I play those on stream. Currently, I'm playing Sega Dreamcast games. So, yeah, I'm pretty much leaned into on my 3 days. I'm pretty much fully leaned into the retro shit by now. They just seem to get the most views. I mean, I like playing a lot of modern games, but they don't seem to get the views that that the retro stuff gets. Unless you play specific games, which, you know, meh. I play what I want. Nice! Got our lift off. Okay. Yeah, up until last week, I was playing a Commodore 64 game called Road War 2000, but that got ridiculous, so I stopped it early. And I try and play them all to completion, like I wanted to complete a Road War 2000 game, but I didn't, which was a bummer. On this one here, I played this a lot as a kid, and I was never able to actually fully complete a research project, which is my goal. That's what I'm trying to do on this game. I want to complete a research project, and I'll probably be playing it until I do. Oh, almost fucked that one up. Actually, I think I did just a little. Just a little. Oh, no. It's getting too fast. It's getting too fast. And I want to read my chat, but I can't, because I got to look at this stupid telemetry thing. Deploy that cargo, Bubba. Okay. Let's see. Earthbound. Yeah, Earthbound was fun, man. Earthbound was an absolute pleasure. I can completely understand why that game has gotten the reputation it has. The soundtrack alone was fabulous. All the little weird shit from it was great. I loved every minute of Earthbound. The predecessor, Mother, not as much so. It was okay. It was okay. But Earthbound was, like, by far well superior. A lot of good entertainment. Also, your UI is super clean for 85, no doubt. So what you're looking at right now is my 4.3 interface. Anytime I play a game that's in 4.3 mode, this is what you'll see. I also have a 16:9 display because I do a lot of widescreen stuff too. So I have a display for each of those. Pleasure is mine being here. Thank you for allowing me. Figure I'll stick around. No, you're welcome. You're welcome to see. You're welcome by all means if you don't mind watching me play these old ass, dusty ass games. So we just got done with our shuttle in orbit. Launch scheduled for today. Yeah, I know. I just fucking launched it. So let us bring out a new pod for EVA. More crew. Frushi is our... Frushi, he's our man. If he can't do it, fuck it. Okay, so... Oh, man. Look at this mess. Can I squeeze past this one guy? Yeah, let's do that. Let's get this guy out of the way. I'm going to need to stick it on the space station as soon as I can. And then we need to get these guys kind of out of the way. Maybe I should have put that docking module, my hangar module, a little bit further away. But, oh well. Hindsight is 2020. Okay. Yeah, if you want any information about the Wii, I don't have as much knowledge about the Wii U because I never really owned one. But I did, like I said, I ran one of the largest Wii-based modding communities on Reddit for years, for like a decade. There we go. Get those guys released. I don't have a satellite ready to be... I don't think I need to throw a satellite yet. Yeah, I love my Wii, dude. I miss it. Unfortunately, my last breakup wasn't that clean, and I ended up having to sacrifice my Wii to my split up. Solar flare predicted to occur in 7 days. That sucks. We do have an emergency module, and I think we have an emergency module to be able to support everybody we have up here right now. Okay, there we go. Get our little satellites our duck satellites all in a row. Well, I guess that's good. I don't need to be too picky now, do I? So this one's going to be a little bit of a different drum here. Okay, let's grab him. Pay me for my game history stream. Yeah, I've been playing console and computer games since the mid-70s, pretty much. We had our first console, which was an a Sears and Roebuck's Pong machine in 1976. And then our first computer was a Timex Sinclair 1000, which I think was in 1980 or 81, I think. So I've been doing both PC gaming and console gaming since either the mid-70s or early 80s. Let's see. Give me a sec. Let me pause so I can read your stuff. All right, am I paused? Okay. Let's see. As opposed to a lot of YouTubers to share fun facts, I'm telling others. I like to learn a lot of history behind it, and one of the things you learn about, like you discover some really awesome games when you start following the trails of awesome developers. Like one of the reasons why I first got started doing the streaming stuff is I had an intention of playing a series of games called the Lords of Midnight series, which is one of those games that, again, kind of unique, that sticks in your head when, you play it when you're a kid. It was originally for the Commodore 64, right? And it kind of sticks in your head. And the more I learned about that series of games, the Lords of Midnight series, the more I learned about the developer, who was a dude named Mike Singleton. And Mike Singleton developed some really, really fucking awesome games. And you find that when you follow trails like that, you learn more. I love learning the history of all this stuff. It's just so enlightening. Okay, I need to land that shuttle, don't I? Yeah, let's land that shuttle. In orbit 8 days. Clear and sunny. Let's land it. Yeah, and I pretty much I'm pretty much restricting myself to my own computer timelines. So I started off Timex Sinclair 1000 and then like a Commodore VIC-20. I don't really do much stuff with those at all. Just like I haven't played a lot of like Atari 2600 stuff and Atari Pong. I mean, oh my God, never mind. But I've done a lot of Commodore 64 stuff, which is probably the computer that we had for the longest that I remember the most nostalgia for. I also do Commodore Amiga stuff because we had an Amiga after our Commodore 64. For some reason, my family, even though we were from Southeast Texas, we tended to follow the Commodore path all the way up until they went out of business. We didn't actually get our first IBM XT compatible until like the 286 era. And I think we got one because my dad needed it for work. So I pretty much missed the IBM 286 era all the way up until like the VGA era, Did I get that? Nice. Satellite deployment turned over. Oh, shit, I missed a satellite deployment. Bummer. Yeah, and then most of the games that I do, like I don't like doing DOS games that are from the CGA era. I'm not really a fan of the graphics, so Like on Wednesday, I'm doing a game called the Superhero League of Hoboken, which is one of the DOS era games, VGA era games that I never really played. Discovered it when I started following trails of awesome developers and awesome games from those eras. So, and that's another thing on my channel in particular. I don't like playing games that have been overdone. I like showcasing games that have not gotten a lot of exposure. So we should now have all the panels that we need. Research progressing nicely. The staff is excellent, and all the equipment is functioning well. So we're now starting to get revenue, even though it's already cost us $14 million, which is kind of balls. Entire crew survived solar flare. Awesome. Awesome. And I don't really think I have enough money to stock up for everything that I need for a new project, which kind of sucks. Let's see. I'm definitely going to need to throw up some more satellites soon. Oh, shit, dude. Operations is sucking down the funds. So let's take a look at our launch schedule. I don't really think we have a need to launch anything for a while. We really need money from those, from that R&D shit, dude. So we have a couple satellites. And that's it. Huh. Okay. No reason to launch for a while then. Okay. So yeah, I don't know if I really want to go and spend a lot of money on getting another project going. So these guys are currently mapping crop viability for the United States, which is kind of interesting. Yeah, you know, I honestly didn't learn about that, the game crash until after the fact. And that was mid 8-bit era too. But they recovered, you know, it recovered, the gaming industry pretty much recovered before it even left the 8-bit era. And that was mainly because of Nintendo. What do we got here? Deploy satellite to low orbit. Okay. Yeah, I didn't... I was too young to really realize that that was going on, you know? Okay, low orbit. And, you know, I don't really remember any type of, like, gap in my gaming history. Though a lot of the games that are associated with that entire debacle, I remember vividly. I remember playing the Atari 2600 Indiana Jones. I remember playing the Atari 2600 E.T. We had that game, you know? And there's only so much you can do with a system like the Atari 2600. So I'm not really sure that, you know, games like E.T. were all that horrible. I mean, they weren't great, but I mean, it was a fucking Atari 2600. What do you expect, you know? Okay. So yeah, I mean, there was a... There definitely was a overextension of just shit games at the time. I remember getting Pac-Man for the Atari 2600, and my first thought was, this is the shittiest Pac-Man I think I've ever played. But, I mean, it was a home game. You really didn't have much choice, right? Okay. So, we got ourselves another satellite deployment. Looks like we could probably use some more satellites. I wonder how much income that actually adds. 256 grand. Should probably look into buying some more. Oh shit, we got a break coming up. So let's grab some more satellites. Oh, we still have, 2 on the ground. That's right. So let's up that to 5. I think that'll... Oh, god damn it. I just hit the button to read the description again. Anyway, I'm going to take a short break. This is Thorn with the Game Design Lexicon. We're currently playing... what are we playing? Project Space Station for the Commodore 64. Mid-80s space program management, where you build a satellite, conduct research, launch satellites, run shuttles back and forth to the space station repeatedly. It's fun. A lot of nice pixel graphics and whatnot. I'm going to take a short break here. If you like our content, make sure you give me a follow below for sure here on Twitch. I do stream currently Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, noon p.m. till 4 p.m. That's Central Standard Time, or GMT minus 6. You can also catch me over on YouTube, where we air all this content after the fact, usually about a week. You can hit the subscribe and the alert button to know when we come out with new videos, which is pretty much every day. I cut all this content up and post it over there for anyone who wants to watch any of our older stuff. Otherwise, we have other social media platforms that we are on. You can catch those in our About here on Twitch or in YouTube. Things like Blue Sky, Discord, etc., etc., etc. I'm going to take one short break, and I will be back with some more Project Space Station for one more 30-minute block after this.